Greetings viewers, welcome to Ron Media Sports for All Everywhere. Today we are here on Lodium Sports Ground, and joining me on the program is Coach Sebastian from Butsaberu.
Yes, for Butsaberu.
Yes, FC from Soshanguve, and Coach and referee Kahiso. Yes, gentlemen, how are you?
I'm very great. I'm very well, and how are you?
I see, Coach, you are smiling, but during the game you were not smiling. So we have to address the issues that you guys were fighting about during the game. So starting with you, Coach, what went wrong during the game?
Actually, the biggest enemy during the 90 minutes for a coach is the ref, because sometimes the referees commit mistakes that they don't see, and when we try to inform them about their mistakes, we are always on the wrong side. We are not supposed to voice ourselves out only to be given red cards, especially when you consistently try to make that referee that he is wrong. So it happens. I don't fault anybody, but that's football. We fight during the game, and after the game we are supposed to let it go. We are only playing for 90 minutes, and that 90 minutes, it should never make us permanent enemies, because it's only for 90 minutes. This is a game. A game is supposed to create friendships, not enemies.
Okay, that's why we brought the referee today, so he can answer for himself, because normally we don't do these things. We just interview the coach, and the coach complain about what was happening during the game, while the referee is refereeing in another game. So today the referee is here to answer for what the coach is complaining about.
Okay, thank you very much. Firstly, I'll try to elaborate a bit. So as a referee, remember we are playing on an LFA level. So in LFA, there's a shortage of referees, especially the landsmen. Remember, as a referee, you cannot see everything when you are alone in the ground. Because once you turn and look that side, what is behind you, you don't see anything. So that's the challenge that we are always experiencing as referees. I'm not saying we are not doing a mistake, but it's how the coach is addressing the mistake. Sometimes, remember, football is a game of emotions. So obviously, each and every weekend there will be emotions there and there. So sometimes you can't blame the coaches to raise their voice. But as a referee, they must remember I'm alone in the field. I don't have the landsmen who can assist me. So there and there, obviously I won't be perfect, and I won't be 100% perfect for a game. So why I didn't see, they must just plead with me or address the issue nicely so that we can resolve the issue without even raising the voice to each other. Because remember, we are building the boys here. So if we become harsh on these boys, it's going to be something else. And for me to take out those two boys is because they are not there on the team list. And remember, the players who are affiliated on this league, they must be insured. So if the player gets injured badly, they won't be able to insure that player because he's not there on the list.
Okay.
So that's why the coaches, they think we become harsh on those boys. But at the same time, they only see that we're trying to protect those boys. You'll never know what's going to happen inside. So that's what we are trying to do each and every game as a referees.
Okay. Coach, you heard what the referee is saying. What do you say now?
The referee, actually, according to my understanding from what he has just said, I think he is trying to put a point that there should be an addition of officials.
Exactly.
Because he cannot be aware of what is happening in the field alone. The field is huge for him alone. So there should be an addition of officials, because there are some things that need assistance. Yeah. He mentioned the issue of linesmen. So I hope this interview will reach our officials so that they can do a plan about it. As a referee, as coaches, sometimes our frustrations are because of referees' mistakes that if maybe there were more officials, those mistakes could have never been committed. So I guess we must be assisted in terms of addition of officials.
Okay. Now let's go to the issue where the referee was telling you to, I don't know if it was a red card.
Yes,
or
it was a red card. Yes, he gave me a red card.
Yes,
today.
and he was saying, go out of the pitch. And you were saying, no, let's cancel the match and let's go. Why? What was going on in your mind at that moment?
You know, when you are frustrated, you end up not thinking about anything. You only focus on that moment.
Yes.
Especially when your emotions are high. So usually it's not that simple to understand some of the things, more especially if a referee gives you a red card and you fail to understand as to what is the red card for. Because I was complaining about a foul that was committed, and then he also answered me, of which if I had the power to also give him a red card, I could have also issued a red card, because it was a debate. Instead of just closing his mouth and listening to me, if ever I was insulting him, that's when he could have given me a red card. But he decided, you know, he has the power to give me a red card. I accepted.
Okay. Now let's hear the referee. In an incident where you give the coach the red card and the coach is refusing to leave the pitch, what then must you do?
Okay, as a referee, normally when the coach gets a red card, the coach has to go outside. They made a fence here.
Yes.
So the referee must go that other side so that he cannot be on the line. So for me to give a coach a red card, it was because the coach was always complaining on each and every decision that I'm taking on the field. So that red card, I was just trying to show coach, the decisions that I'm taking on the field, I'm taking the decisions based on what I'm seeing, not based on what you are saying. Because even if it came to a point whereby I had to give the coach of the opponents the red card, I was gonna do so because it is something that I saw. So in other ways, I'm trying to say, us as a referees, sometimes when we want to protect ourselves, we must issue a red card to a coach so that the game can continue without any disturbance.
So I was thinking maybe we're gonna give him another red card because he was refusing to leave.
Yeah, even if I can give another red card, it's not gonna change anything. If he is refusing to leave the field, the rules are saying the game should be
Cancelled.
Then we'll issue the, what do they call it?
Report.
The report. Well, the game started this way and this is what happens during the game, then they will take it from there.
Okay. Now we are going to close. Coach, I am sure you didn't mean it when you say these guys' games. I think I'm gonna boycott. Let's just quickly address this and then close.
Hence, I told you that sometimes when your emotions are high, you don't think about some of the outcomes, more especially on things that you say.
Yeah.
You know, when you are frustrated, you end up doing things that are wrong.
Exactly.
I accept I accept that I'm wrong. And I also expect, because he's my colleague, a ref is also my colleague. The game, my boys can never play without a ref.
Yes.
I understand I'm supposed to respect him. He too is supposed to respect me as a coach. So it's a lesson. I accept I'm wrong and I'm very, very much sorry to him as a person. And hopefully it's water under the bridge right now.
Yes. You heard for yourself, referee. The coach now is saying, I'm sorry for what I've done. Hope going way forward, everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, for me as a referee, I won't take the issues.
Yeah.
I take them out of the field. So when the game is over, anything goes back to normal.
Yeah.
I can't just pass coach here then without greeting the coach just because what happened inside the ground. So each and every person will make a mistake. There's no one who's perfect. So yeah, I can also apologize for my mistake and the things that I've said. Maybe I was harsh to the coach, but the emotions, remember, as coach said, it was high.
Yes.
And to clarify on my side, the first game was Simon Stars against what was that team? I forgot the name. I was reffing that game, and remember, I'm the player of Simon Stars. but I was able to give the Simon Stars player a red card.
Red card.
Even though there were 7, but I gave that player a red card because of the reckless tackle. I can't say just because I'm playing for Simon Stars, I have to
protect them.
to be one-sided and favor Simon Stars because I'm the Simon Stars player. So sometimes we have to understand, or we are here to build these boys. If we don't build them in a correct way, there's no way we're gonna get these boys right.
All right, thank you guys. I hope this issue now is gonna reach the officials so they can do something about it. Like you mentioned, the issue of extra linesmen or officials on the sidelines to help the referee. So guys, thank you so much for your time. I don't know if you have anything to say, last words before we close.
Now, for me, what I can say, as coaches and as referees, let us do the right thing so that we can be able to develop these kids in a right way. It will be a good thing one day we see the player was playing in Loriam on the TV.
Yes.
That thing is a good image for our league, not only for coach, not for only for someone, but as a whole,
Yes.
is a benefit for us.
Okay. Coach, any last words?
Yeah, all I can say is thank you very much for this opportunity to be interviewed by
Ronnie Media.
One Media. As the referee has said, we need to cooperate as coaches and referees so that we may have a positive impact to the boys. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.